Let's go, man. Welcome in, welcome in. Yo, it's your boy VC Crypto Nation, guys. Now, we're going over the new indicators here, and I want to show you how, a step-by-step example, how we test our indicators over and over with other indicators and add corrections to adjustments, etc. So what I want to do here is go back. I'm very interested in Floki because Floki just got listed on KuCoin, which caused it to go crazy. And I wanted the indicators to be tested on a coin that has unpredictable type volume and a lot of bots that sell it early, profit pump and dump. So that way, if it can be very rounded on that type of coin, especially being a super low cap like it is, then on a normal coin like Matic and Gala and all these other coins, it would be way more accurate. So let's go back here. I want to show you what we're looking at. If you watched the other video that we put up, if you're in the academy, if you guys went to the TikTok crypto trading TikTokCryptoTrading.com, sign yourself up into the academy. Then you have these indicators that tell you when to buy, sell, and this is how to use them. So what we're going to do here is go over them. Now what I'm going to cover here is the 1 hour time frame, because I want to kind of show you, like, for hodlers, people who want to do stronger trades, longer trades. This is where you want to look at here. So now what I was looking at here, I went back and I wanted to look at a time where Floki wasn't hot, where most people weren't looking at it, way back in October 2022. And then we'll get up to the current price. But right here with the new indicators, obviously you see our moons here. We have our RSI into the moons right there. And that is two of our indicators right there. And then we have our third indicator right here, which is our price action, which is our red to green price action, whether it's selling more, buying more, price books, etc. This basically lets us know what's happening as far as price action. And then we have our buy signals, right? These are based on our volume, when books are coming in, orders are coming in, block orders are coming in, stuff like that. Okay, so here, take a look at the 1 hour. We see we have where we want these indicators to line up, so we can see. I want you guys to understand how you can do this yourself. When you're looking at a coin that I haven't looked at, you can use your indicators to go in and go back a week or two and take a look at how the indicators are triggering for your coin that you're watching, so you can set up the alerts to your cell phone so they alert you when it's time for you to buy, and then take advantage of the coins that you want to trade, right? So this is Floki. So first thing you want to do is take a look at the hour, right? As you can always tell here, we have the hourly moon here. It is green, but it is low value. Now, like I stated before, this blue line here represents the 1.08 line for volume, meaning that, or 1.7. We wanted to get above the 1.7 volume line to indicate there's actually volume being pushed on this coin. Meaning that even though there's price action, that just means that if 2 people are selling it and 5 people are buying it, there's price action, right? It doesn't mean how much price action, but this is where volume is so important. Having the volume indicator is key, because it's going to let you know if this even is worth looking at right now and currently what's happening as it's building momentum. All right, the buy signal is going to trigger off of any type of order books that are coming in really quick and that are calling for a big buy. So the buy signal will trigger automatically right away. And a lot of times just on the buy signal, if you're following the buy signal when it starts to blink, you could actually get into that trade, take advantage of that push. And as we can see right here, just with a buy signal, let's measure this move here. That was above 1% just for the buy signal. So as you can see right there, you could have rang up a nice little 1% move. Remember, we're only looking for 1% moves. It's pretty much all that we really need to make is 1% move. The 1% move, we use a 100x or a 50x, right? So that 1% is 50% gains. And remember, we are the 30% club, meaning every time we hit over 30% profits, we move our stop loss immediate to that line, and then whenever it breaks down, that's our profit. We take 30% over and over and over. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark here that when there's just a buy signal, right? A buy and a green moon. So what came first? The green moon? Okay, so what we have here is a green moon, a buy signal, no green trend, and we were able to get 1%, right? So I'm going to mark that down as something that we're seeing, and this is also low volume. So make sure that I have it set up like this. I have 1 hour on my note, right? I always take your notes. So how I'm doing this is on the top, I have my 1 hour, meaning I'm in my 1 hour time frame. I have my positive volume. And then down below, I make another section called negative volume. So depending on what's happening on the positive volume side or the negative volume side, that's where I'm putting this. This will be inside of underneath the negative volume section. I will put moon buy signal 1%. That means that when I'm currently seeing a green moon with a buy signal, even if it's low volume, I'm getting a 1% move, right? Not the most move you want to take advantage of, but letting you know that that's giving us a 1% currently. So now let's scroll down here and see what's coming down the pipeline. So then we get a trend, right? Now on that trend, because we are low volume, we're seeing a slight little push here. Nothing great, but it's starting to build momentum, right? Now the thing here is that I don't like to enter trades with negative volume. So for me, I would see that I have a green moon, a buy signal, and a trend. What I would be waiting on is for this blue line to get broke and start heading into positive type scenarios of volume, right? So we would scroll along here, and there are some moves that are happening. It's more of consolidation, and as you can see right here, we start to get positive volume starting to crack this, right? And then right here we have a nice little move up, but the next one falls below. So we want continuous, we want at least 2 volume lines here breaking through that amount there, because you want to be patient here. Now the truth is, honestly, if you're watching this and you see right here, this is the positive line. As soon as you got this one positive breakthrough there, that means you would have been entering a trade in this level here. So let's take a look here and see if you would have entered that trade, if you would have actually got any type of money from that trade. And that trade is, let me open this up, let me bring this all the way down. So just on this one candle here, this candle right here was worth 0.6, right? 0.6. So it is a 0.5%, right? Which is not, you know, what you're looking for. You always want percent trades, and you didn't get what you wanted here. Now, what I've been doing is, when I see this low volume play out, right, I like to go for a retest, right? Meaning that even though I have a green moon, even though my buy signal here gave me a buy. Now, this is kind of like the rule of thumb. If a moon and a buy signal come together, there's a push of volume, and then it's still low volume after you close out that trade and you go to a trend, right? What you want to do is what we call reset, meaning you want the green moon to go to red, reset the moon, and then back to green. And let me show you what that means. So here's a green moon. Here's your buy signal. There's your trade that you should have made. Once you have that trade that you should have made, at that point, all other trades are kind of done for there. And now we're just waiting as we move across here, right? As we're moving across, there are a bunch of little trades in here that are worth 0.5% or whatever, but not worth what we're looking for. Now, inside of smaller time frames, you're probably going to catch these type of trades here. I'm just looking at the 1 hour, but in smaller time frames, you're probably going to catch these type of trades in here, and that's probably going to be off the 5 minute and etc. And you're going to see these big spikes. There are trades here that are happening, but if you want to be a casual or more safe investor where you're guaranteeing bigger pumps, then what you would do is on the 1 hour, you would say, okay, I'm going to let this reset. So let's get to our reset moment. So right here we go. Here's a red moon resetting. As it comes across, the problem is our trend reset, right? So normally what we're looking for is a green buy signal, a green trend. They stay green, moon goes red, moon goes back green, and we get 3%. What happened here is we got a red trend and we also got a red sell, which means now that reset is completely done and we're back in the beginning of finding a groove, right? Green moon, positive volume, okay? Green moon, positive volume. What do you get? You get a spike here. You see that spike right there? Green moon, positive volume. This would be your buy zone in this area here, okay? Now, let's put that in with positive volume. Now, positive volume with just moon, that got a nice little 2% move, right? Nothing else, just moon, 2% move right there. Green moon, positive volume, right? Green moon, positive volume, right? You got a nice little 1% move. We'll put it at 1%. We don't want to We don't want to see too much out of there. We want to put that in there, and then we're going to say we saw that one time. So we saw that one time. Green moon, positive volume, buy signal right there is where you get that nice little push right there, that little 1%. So what do we have there? We have positive volume, we have a moon, we have a buy signal, we got a 1% gain. Okay, we're gonna mark that down as this is a normal trade. Moon, trend, buy, 1%. Moon, trend, buy, 1%. All right, moon, trend, buy. It has a normal of 3%. We're gonna move it down to 1.5%. Right, and we're gonna click that. We've seen this one more time. Right, moon, trend, buy signal, perfect. Right, moon, trend, buy, 1%, positive volume. Now let's move down here as we're tracking this along, because we'll have other trades on other time frames. What I'm doing here is I'm seeing what the 1 hour gives me, just so I know what's happening here. Reset, green, reset, trend. So now we're starting over. Here we go. Green moon, positive volume, trend, buy signal. There's your push. So once again, let's see what the average on this is right here. So if I'm constantly waiting for a green moon, the trend, and then a buy signal, I'm averaging at least 2%. That's about a 3% gain right here. Let's get to that candle right there, Okay, so 2.9, right? So we're gonna bring this down a little bit. There's your buy signal. Let's say you get in late. Let's open this up. And what we want to be here is fair, right? You don't want to, go from wick to wick and be like, man, it was a 20% gain. You want to be more fair with yourself because you're not perfect. You're not going to get in exactly when this says buy, right? And then it's good. You're not going to sell when you should always sell. Once you see that percent growing past there, 2%, and it's still pushing, like you should always sell on the way up. So this should have actually made you, on a 50X, you should have been about 130% gain, and you should have just closed right here on this big ass wick. You should have got out right there. But this right here, once again, is green moon, positive volume, trend buy, 3%, right? So then we're going to put this as moon, trend buy, averaging 1.5%, which it is, right? We're going to stay on the lower half. Now, this is what I'm talking about, a reset, right? We have a buy signal, okay? You see your buy signal right here? Buy, trend, moon, right? It goes to red. It resets. We wait for the 1 hour green moon to hit, right? Let's see what a reset brings. So the 1 hour moon hits. Here's your push down, here's your set, and then this is a very small move here. Now, remember, 7 out of 10 trades are going to be big winners. You will lose 3 trades here and there. So if you're getting into this trade somewhere here off this green moon in this part here, you probably would have got in at the bottom of this little wick, and then you would have moved up. You would have been putting your stop loss slightly below the next candle wick, which is right here. You might have got stop lossed out there, which you should have if you're a good trader. Your stop loss would have hit you out right there, and you would have been done, and you'd been like, all right, I'm waiting. So what are you waiting for? You're waiting for the moon to reset. The buy signal is still here. The trend is still green. We reset again, and then boom, green moon hits right here. You buy in, and just because you lost that last trade doesn't matter, because what happens here? You're following your system. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Here's a 2% gain. Let's say you get in late, and this actually spikes up for you, and it goes on a run. This is a huge run here for 6%. So just by doing your system, you're going to have some of the trades, stop loss out for you. If you get stop lossed out, just wait for the moon to reset, right, on the hourly. Let the moon reset, let it come back around, and get yourself back in, because that was a 7% gain, okay? So now let's run that back. Now the moon, we hit this trade, we're out. What do we want? We want the trend and the buy line. That's the buy. See the buy signal? The buy signal has a line with it too. It's lighter green, okay? The main what we call price action is thicker green, right? So the light green is the buy. This is our cash action, right? Now, we still have a buy signal, and we still have the green trend. The moon goes red, then it resets to green. And what happens there again? Once again, you get in, and what do you get? Let's say you get in on that second candle. What is that? That's another 4% banger. Look at that candle. Boom, explosion, 4%. You're doing a 50x, right? That means you just made 200% on your profit right there, right? Very simple to use these indicators, guys. This is the best one to have I've seen so far. Is moon is basically reset. So reset a trend. The buy and the trend stay green. The moon hits. It's an average of 3% so far. So far it's killing it. It's only had one negative trade each time, like out of all the trades that we actually watched. Now, once again, what do? Once we clean that trade, we reset. Okay, moon goes red, comes all the way out. Green moon, positive again. And now here, this is a little bit different here because look, we have our red sell sign come in, which basically kills our buy signal, but the green trend is still green. The price action is still green. So right here we have green trend, green moon, boom, right? That's a retest. So this is a retest of a trend and a moon. All right, so trend and moon, right? Trend and moon on the reset. Yeah, the trend and moon are hitting right here. Trend and moon hit right here. We'll put it right there with a buy signal, and once again, 3%. So that is holding true right now. That is holding true, right? Trend, moon, buy, bada bing. Anyways, I'm going on a trend and a moon. I'm going to be entering right here on the trend and the moon, or right here, just because it's trend and moon, right? But the buy made it even bigger. So that was another 4 or 5% gain right there. That's huge. Now, on that one, you're actually rolling pretty hard. And we can take other looks here and basically say, where should we start closing out, profits? How to move profits up to a level that once it hits its 30%, you put your stop loss at the 30% mark and you let it run until you get to, until you see basically on the 1 hour, you see where the RSI bends right here. You see how it take a sharp little bend right there? That sharp little bend would have meant you sold in these areas if you turned yellow, right? So you're green, 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 green. And actually this has no sell in it until way over here, which is the 1 hour, and you don't have any sells on the 1 hour literally until the red moon hits right here. You're still green volume, but you got a red moon. That's where you would sell, right? And sometimes here, you got in here, this thing's going crazy. Green moon, green, green, green. Here's a red moon that you could have sold on right there. The moon comes back and puts you in another buy right here, and then you ride that moon until it turns red, right? So you see that? So green moon, hold until red moon, rebuy the green moon, and roll it all the way in, because that's a reset. Remember, guys? The reset is a buy, a trend, a buy, and a moon. When the moon goes red, it resets. When it goes back green again, you're rebuying. And what does that do? That puts you in a position where now you're riding it out until you get another red moon, which is here. Now you're selling again, right? So we'll track that. Let's take a look at how that's playing out. Let's go back a little bit and see how that was playing out even on these other ones here, right? So green moon pushes through. Is that the reset? Yeah, buy signal, buy trend, reset, green moon, right? There's your push. That's the one that didn't work. Then we go reset, green moon here, and you would sell on the red moon here, right? But the red moon's already halfway down. So, I mean, a lot of times you can take that risk and try to hold. You might be going back and forth on profits. But as soon as the red moon hits, you'd be probably selling at the same time, right? Because you would see this big push and you would set your stop loss at 30% here. And then when the green red moon came in, you would sell. It would still be above your 30% gain. So you're still good there, and you're giving yourself the opportunity for huge gains. So it might be worth it by knowing that we only need a 30% gain anyways. And we let this push up, and then as this starts to come down, right? And a lot of times you're going to sell on that red moon right there. We sell that red moon. And this is on the 1 hour. You sell the red moon, you're out here. It's still a nice little 30% gain plus. Then it resets, it hits again right here. You hold and you don't sell to the red moon right here. This one you might have got triggered out by your stop loss at 30% anyways, which is still a win. Your stop loss is set at 30%, so you still win. And then this one comes in, you buy, you're in again, it's running, you don't sell until you see this red moon, which means it's actually on a push. So you sell in here, that's a massive gain. Then the green moon comes in, you rebuy here on the green moon, and you're holding this entire time until you get to the red moon. And red moon pops up in here and you sell, and you did very well on that. So that right there is a great way to consider taking profits or when to close your main trade on the 1 hour. Getting in is set your stop loss. As soon as you hit 30% gains, you put your stop loss at that number. So whatever price the coin is at that level that gives you a 30% gain, you put your stop loss at that number, and then you just, you don't sell until you see a red moon, and then you rebuy on a green if the buy and the trend are still green, right? So if long as your trend is still green and you get a retest of a green moon, you can go back in. So when you go from red to green, if you have a green trend, you're going to get another 1% or maybe even higher. So that right now seems to be the best way to use these indicators. So the reason why we're going over like this is so you guys can grasp the concept of how this is created. So that maybe if understanding what you're looking for, you can then go to your own coins that you like and then go back and research your coin and then basically see if this concept is working correctly. And if you need a little help with it, ask me to chart your coin on the 1 hour and put it in the VIP chat and tag me in it, and I'll come over there and we'll chart it. Put it up a couple times, we'll chart it out. But this seems like what's happening here. That seems like good runs. Now, once again, what do we have here? Green moon, green buy, green trend. We're off on a run. There we go. And this right here, if you're holding on a 1 hour, once again, if you wait to sell to the red moon, boom, you're getting really big gains here. All right, so getting in here, letting it run. I mean, these are constant gains, right? So this is looking really good. Positive moon, you're letting it run, it goes green. What time is this? 10 p.m., 10 o'clock? This is in the morning. Now this is morning time as well. So keep track, guys. Like anytime you notice a really big run, take a look at the time down below and see if it's in the morning or at night. So that way you can kind of say to yourself, I should probably be looking for long trades in the morning at 10 a.m., right? Learn how to find your time frame. I don't know what time frame you live in or what part of the world you're in, but this is how you tell in the bottom right there. I'm set for Chicago time, so this would be 10 o'clock in the morning. This goes on a huge run, and it ran all the way till, let's see, 10 a.m. And that bad boy ran all the way till 10 the next morning, 24 hours. Right? All right, let's scroll down here. Let's keep this going. We're learning so much today. I hope you guys are learning a lot here. And once again, I'm not doing any shorts. Why am I not shorting this? Because the volume is positive, just so you know. I'm not shorting because there's volume is positive, meaning that it's probably not going to go down a lot. I am not shorting because the volume is positive. Okay? Now, the only time that I will consider shorting on the 1 hour, okay, guys, listen to this very carefully. The time that I prepare to short, you see this little line here, this top line? You see all the way to the right, it registers at 1819 right there. You see that? See that on the side right there, moving up and down that number? This line right here, and I'm going to make this a red line right here. I'm going to make this red, okay? That is the short line, okay? Whenever the RSI taps that line, the green RSI taps that line, and then the red comes up close to it and starts to go flat, this is where I'm going to be looking for a short, okay? Meaning that I'm going to look for the coin to basically do one more push, right? Which happens right here. And at this level here, as we go sideways, once it gets down to 13, this level right here, and you see how the green rejection happened right here? this is where I short, because once this hits this out, this is basically maximum overload of sellout. This is oversold. Okay, when the red and the green both reach to the top and start to come down, one more pump of one, there's always one more rally, and then I start looking to short right here on the 1 hour, and that's where I go into a short, and then I claim all this down here, and then we hold until it bottoms out, which it does right here. You see how the green touches the bottom of the RSI? You see it's in the red part? That's the bottom, right? There's your bottom. It bottoms out right there. I close my short and I call it a day. From here to here, right? Meaning you would get into here and ride it all the way to here, and that's your short on your 1 hour. Bada boom, bada bing, and that's the day. That's the plan, right? Now keep that in mind, right? So doubled up here, one last push up, then see, pushed up, one last push up after the RSI pushes back up, rejects, and then the short would happen right here when you start to see this big short, and this breaks down. When this breaks down, that's your short right there. Boom. And you have a red trend. If you're paying attention, you're going to catch it on that next push up. See, comes down, it bounces once, it's going to bounce that second rejection, right? Rejection, rejection, third rejection. That's our key to a short right there, because once we hit, right? This is oversold. Rejection, rejection, short, and boom, there we go. That's our key. If you're good, if you pay attention, your short starts right here. If you wait until the 1 hour trend hits, then your short starts somewhere in here. Okay? Either way, not bad. Even if you got in late, let me show you guys. You go here, you go to short position. Even if you got in late, that position right there is still 6%. 6%. Right? You still made 6% and you were terrible at getting in. Well, you were following the indicators, you just didn't catch the early indicator. That's all that happened, right? The little basics. And this is why we're going over the charting, is because I want you guys to understand, like, you know, how I see the charts, so that way when I'm talking about them, you can be inside of TikTok while we're trading. You can tell me what's happening and not give me what we call fake breakouts when you see a green moon but there's not positive volume, right? So let's go through here real quick. And once again, we're all the way down. We're just waiting for this. And this, once again, this is this opposite side, right? So we have it right here. We have it right now. See the green moon? Green moon comes in. It pushes up. Red moon triggers right here, right? You can do the same thing you've been doing on the other side. Here's a retest. Red trend, right? Red sell sign. Red moon right here, right? What can you do? Short. What is that worth? 1%. You see how that works? 1%, right? Now, green moon comes back in, red moon comes back in, you're still a red trend. What do you have? 1% short. Once again, 1% short, right? See how easy that is? Same thing that we've been doing on the positive side, except now we're doing it on the negative side, right? So bada boom, bada bing, that's how that works. Now let's get back into our longs, right? So finally, right, even though we have, now look here, we have a green moon, right? We have a buy signal. We have a green moon with positive volume, right? But we do not have a green trend. But we were still able to spike right here. So let's take a look at this spike, just to take a preview. And that's a 2% spike right there. I mean, that's an easy 2% spike right there. Now it's set at 2.81 for half, so that's about a 3 to 4% spike right there. So if we really measured this entire spike right here, right? Let's take a full measurement of the green moon spike, which happened right there, this green moon. So let's say you get in on half of that moon, somewhere right there. This from here to here, that's a 3% gain. Like, look at that, 3% gain on that little spike. So now we're gonna put this in because that's positive volume. So we're gonna put on the positive volume, right? We're going to put that we got a buy signal, because that buy signal came first, right? You see the buy signal came first. Then the moon came second. And then that gave us a 3% gainer, right? We're going to put 2% because we don't want to get crazy and out leverage ourselves there. That's a 2% gainer, right? Boom. Now we're out. The red moon comes back in. What can you do? You can short that again, because what do you have? A red trend. So here you go. Red moon, red trend, shorting again. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. Another percent. See how that works? Now, as we're going across here, We are waiting for our resets to happen. There's our buy signal way over there. Now it's all gone. The buy's gone. The sell's back in. And if you were waiting over here, red moon, right? You get in, and then you have a red trend. But then you get a sell signal. Red moon, red trend. You already made profits. You're waiting, and lo and behold, the sell signal pops up right there. What do you have right here on this short? Right here. Red moon, right? Negative volume, right there. Right? So now I'm going to go over here, and what I'm going to do is on my shorts, on my 1 hour, I'm going to put in a column called shorts for the 1 hour. Okay? And this is going to be in the negative value. But that's just because, I don't want to confuse you guys, but honestly, this is actual positive volume for shorts because it's on the right side. But we'll just keep negative below the line and positive above the line. So negative volume, okay, which is good for us because we're shorting. All right, we got a red moon. All right, so we put moon, right? Well, actually, we have trend first. So trend, then we have the moon retouch, and then we get a sell sig, right? A reset sell, sell signal, and we got a nice little 2% move right there, right? And that gave us that little spurt right there. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so now as we come across, what do we have? All right, now we're starting to get green moon, green trend, buy signal. So what normally happens? Let's go back to our notes. So on my notes here for positive volume, anytime that I see a moon trend and a buy signal, I'm normally getting 1.5%. So moon trend buy signal, I'm normally getting 1%. This jumped for 6%. So we're going to say that actually delivered what it's supposed to. So I'm going to move my moon trend buy to a 1.5%, just so that I know it's a little bit better than average, right? I'm probably going to make it, I'm going to make it a 2%er just because I know that that's probably my best little move right there, that 2% right there. This seems to be pretty good right here. Now, as we move along, there's our move. Now, once again, let's see what would have happened here if we would have stayed and not sold until we got a red moon. So we buy in here. Here's our buy in. We get in here, right? So we rock and roll. Our stop loss is always on the next candle down. So our stop loss would be here, but there's no wick, right? There's no wick. So what you're gonna do there? If there's no wick on the next candle, what do you do? You slide down to the next wick, which would basically see, you don't want to go way down here, but what you want to do is slide to the next candle and find the next top wick on one of these candles that's a little bit lower here. So you're looking for something in here. So this, see how this right here, this is kind of a support line right across here, right? Or right here, but this is where I would be putting my stop loss. Sometimes what I do is, because the stop loss, this line right here, the price action, normally acts like support. So I might even put my stop loss from there down to here and put it at 0.001077. I'd put it right here and say that's my stop loss right there, right? Now, if you're gonna ride that theory until you get a red moon, which happens right here, which would be right in here, you would get a red moon. What would happen here is that honestly, you would sell this position on the red moon, which would be somewhere off of here. So let's limit that up right there. Right there. So we'll take the worst case scenario. Red moon, sell signal right there. 2.5%. That was not too bad. Now if you would have sold up here, you got your 5%. So this is why I'm a big fan that once you do hit that very high, if you're getting 3-4%, I'm taking that. I'm taking that 3-4%. Like that's huge. That is a huge gainer. Or even when you've seen this right here, you had a pullback, it ran again, once again 5%. I'm probably taking that. It comes down and starts to do another run. You might want to jump in that next run as well. You could have got 5% 3 times out of here, because you do have a green moon, you have a green trend and a green buy. You had a push, you had 5%, you sell. Here's its natural pullback. It always pulls back. And then you get in on the next trade and you ride it out, It goes up 2, 3, 4%, you sell. You watch the pullback, right? Here's a pullback, and then boom, it bounces off the trend and starts to go again. You buy in another 5%, and then boom, you sell again. You buy in, you get another run, you sell again, comes down, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you start to get a run again, right? You might even bought in on this run right here, right? Stop lossed out somewhere here, this trade here, and then boom, sell again, red candle, and there you go, right? So green buy, red candle sell. Green candle 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 buy, red candle sell, right? And then all of a sudden, what do you have? You're done. Red moon. Okay, let's go over that again. Green moon, green trend, buy signal. Okay, what do you have? Green candle up, red candle sell. Green candle buy, red candle sell, right? Now, normally for me, I like to wait for a reset, right? But if you were playing the green candle, red candle, you know, buy, sell, 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 right? So in here, there's a lot of trades that could be made, and probably on the lower time frames, you're going to be able to make those trades. But I mean, on the hourly, if you're going green candle, red candle until something changes from a green moon, buy, and trend, because all three of your indicators say that this has money going into it, you could play the green candle, red candle, right? And we'll take a look at that theory as we move along continuously to see if that would help you out make more money, right? Now, these are just things that you're putting in your head so you can understand when you guys are making trades. I'm trying to figure out, you know, all the ways that you make trades so that way I can kind of cover that and maybe hopefully give you some better ideas, you know, what you're doing as far as like when you're making your trades. All right, now, once again, red moon, red trend, sell button, short, right? Red moon, trend, sell button, that's a short. Like, look at that, very nice. Huge short once again, okay? Now in here, we did spike a buy here, man, but more than likely down here, once you leveled out, once again, guys, you're hitting your 200 moving average. You come down, you hit it. Once you touch it, I'm closing out my short right here because normally there's going to be some type of buy, which literally happens right here, because most people will use the 200 moving average for a place to enter a trade, thinking that it's going to bounce and run, right? So you have to be playing against, you know, basic stuff like this. So take your trade right there. You're good to go. Or if you're waiting for the green moon hits somewhere right in here. You start to see the green moon flash. Then you sell your short right in here. As soon as you see that green moon starting to flash. You ever notice sometimes the green moon or the indicators will flash before they happen? If you start seeing that flash, you want to get out of there. Okay. Now the reset comes, right? Red moon, green moon. Here comes red moon. And what do you have? Sell sign, red trend, red moon, what do you have, right? Or even right here, green moon, red trend, red sell, you're back in that groove. But if you wait for your triplet like you're supposed to, red trend, red sell, and then boom, the red moon hits, and right there you go on another nice run all the way down because you have your sell, your trend, your moon, everything's happening. It works all the way down. It starts to go level. Here it goes, starts to move up again. What do? You sell your short. You take that huge profit, call it a day. Now you come down here and rocking and rolling. Now this is also another case is do you hold this until you get some type of reversal from one of the indicators, right? Trend, moon, or at least a buy signal, right? You have none of that. So you could hold this short this entire time, walk this short out, walk this short out, walk it out, and then boom, green moon right here. This is where you sell your short. Now it ended up dropping a little bit more, but that green moon got you into a spot right here where you gained a huge amount of extra, at least another 6% gains. So don't be greedy. Green moon, get out, period. Green moon, get out, right? Now, let's take a look at our long position. Here's a green moon with a buy signal. And look at that buy signal. Man, did that spike, right? That's a huge spike right there. I mean, that's an easy 14% play right there. All right, look at that. And it immediately rejects because this is totally negative value, right? So this is green moon and a buy signal for 14% with negative value. So I'm going to go moon, buy, that's an average of 1%. I'm going to put 2% down. I've seen it twice. Now, just because it went 14%, I'm not going to put 14% down or 16% because what that really is that the coin got to a level where there were limit buys, right? Where a bunch of people set buys thinking that it would like trigger at that level. And this is another, I mean, if I was looking at the charts, Fibonacci's and all these other things, I could easily point this out for you guys to see where it's going to spike. But as soon as it spiked, those guys made 16%. They sold immediately, right? So if you guys are watching this and you see this huge spike happen and you sold out of your short and you know that this is red volume and you're waiting for the next short because you have a red trend, so you're waiting for the reset of the green moon to the red moon, you are watching this, you catch this red moon right here, red moon, red trend to red moon, boom, you would have grabbed 7 to 10% on the way back down, okay, on the way back down, and then on its way back down, you would have noticed that you clicked the sell button, which would allow you to push this sell, and now you're holding this short even longer because now you have a moon, a trend, and a sell signal, right? Moon, trend, sell signal, right? So let me go to my shorts here. All right, so let's see here. Moon, or actually it's trend, moon, buy, 7%. So this is multiple times I've seen this particular short on the 1 hour produce huge shorts by holding. And let's see where we would actually sell out. So we wouldn't sell this short until we see this green moon, which happens right here. And then once again, what do we get? We have a green moon and a green buy. And let's see if that holds true. So far, when we see, is that negative volume? So negative volume, when we see a moon and a buy, we get a 2% move. Let's see if that holds true. Here's your buy signal. It flashes. And let's see what this does. Let's say you get in late. Let's say you're getting in. The indicators are lagging or whatever. There's all excuses. But we'll just go ahead and let me open that up right there. There we go. Okay. So let's say you get in late. There's a buy signal. You get in here somehow, right? Halfway through this 1 hour candle. Buy signal, 1 hour candle. You get in 30 minutes late. What do you have? A 1.6%. What does it normally do? Normally does 2%. A negative volume with a moon and a buy gives us 2%. So that's holding true, man. That is holding true. Remember, we only need the 1%. Now moving forward, let's see what we get out of this. So now we have a moon, a buy, we take the trade, and then we get a trend, right? A moon, a buy, a trend, and what do we get? Another 4%. So let's see if we have that. Is that positive volume? That's still negative volume. So moon, buy, then trend, 2%. And that's negative volume. So moon, buy, trend, 2%. Now let's move along. All right, let's see what we got here. Once again, now keep in mind the moons are very important, right? The moons are very important. So now we have a green moon. We get a red trend here. We get a red sell, but it doesn't give that much, you see, because we have a green moon. That's not giving that much. Now, if the red moon popped up somewhere while this was all still that way, it'd be a lot better. All right, so now green moon, negative volume, buy signal, trend signal, right? But we're negative volume here. We're not really breaking through at this level of this trend. Now, once again, what do we have? A green moon and a buy signal, right? With negative volume. What do we get? That's an easy 1%. I mean, I'm telling you, this is anytime you get a remoon and a buy signal, you're gonna get your 1%. Like that's 2%. So you could have gotten that trade halfway through or terrible positioning, but you would have still got your piece. Now remember, once we get a trade and then the trend comes, you need the moon to reset. Remember, we already had a trade right here. So now I want the moon to reset. Here's the moon reset. It doesn't go back green. I can live with that. I continue on with my life. But what do we have here? Red moon, negative volume, red trend, sell. What do? You go into a short and you don't sell until you get this green moon, which is right here. Look at this huge short that you guys are getting right here on the 1 hour. Short position right here. Let's say you get in late, right? We're not even saying you're good at this shit. We're saying you're terrible, right? So here's your buy-in. You get in at, let's say, the top of or the bottom here where it was terrible, right? Still, on this positioning, this is giving a 6% short, right? 6% on the short. Look at that. 6% on the short because you're selling out on the green moon right there. Boom. 6%. That's a beautiful, beautiful gain right there, right? So far, guys, this is, I mean, I hope you get the point here, how this works, right? I'm hoping you're starting to understand, right? So far, what do I have? A green moon. I have negative volume, but I have a buy signal, right? What does that normally get me? 1%. That looks like 1% to me. 1%. Once again. Easy 1%. So far, a moon with a buy signal, even a negative, is giving me 1%. So now we're going through here. What do we have? So now we have a green moon. We have a buy signal. We let it reset. That's the reset we wait for. Once the reset comes in, what do we have? A buy, a trend, and then a moon, right? Remember that, the reset, right? So what happens? Let me go to my notes. Let me look at my notes. My notes say that when I have a reset of a trend, a buy, and then a moon, I'm getting 3%. So let's see if this is true. Here's your moon. We buy here on this moon. Let's say you get in terrible like you normally do. I'm just messing with you. All right, here we go. So green moon, you get in right here an hour later because you're slow. And what do we get out of here? Now remember, here's our move. Here's our 2%, right? We're waiting. We're pushing. This is not even positive. This is still negative volume. I'm going to have to put this under negative volume here, guys. This is not even positive volume. Okay. So green trend, buy signal down here. You see that little light green line. Moon happens right here. You buy in somewhere in between there. What do we get? We get our 3% and a little bit more because if we're holding this, right? Let's say we're holding this and we're waiting for at least a red moon. The red moon doesn't happen till here. This could be a huge, huge game. But look how they try to wick you out. The reason why I don't play in negative volume is because they will wick down so fast and liquidate you or hit your stop loss, right? You see this? Look at this wick down right here. This wick would have killed your stop loss because your stop loss is going to be at the bottom of this candle. And look how close that is. I mean, it's like they know. Here's your wick right here, the bottom of that candle. That's your stop loss. And lo and behold, where does that wick go? Almost to that stop loss. That's why you want to be at the bottom of that wick. So if you would have held this here and put the stop loss there, you would have made out really well. But like I said, once you hit this huge gain here, right? Then you sell and you see a giant red wick come down, right? You can buy green right up, make another 2%, red candle, sell. Down, green candle, buy. Red candle, sell. 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 Green candle, buy, right? Red candle, sell. So these other candles are definitely on smaller time frames where you could be making money on smaller time frames. But just to be happy here, I mean, you're seeing all these moves happen, and when you start to see the RSI become positive volume here, right, and it's retesting, it comes down, and you see it start to move up. You see how it bounced right here? It had this big red candle, but you see the RSI starting to move up here, right? You see that? You could basically say to yourself, like, okay, I'm waiting for it to retest, retest, Not fully green yet, and then boom, up, and then right there, you see the red line start to move up. You see the red line moving with the green line. That would say when you're in this candle, you're getting positive volume right there. So that's where you would be thinking that there's going to be one final pump, and you should be getting in somewhere on this candle, right? And we're going to watch this type of layout, this pattern form again and again, and we're going to see if it holds true. Remember, positive volume comes down, starts to move, right? Red candle, red starts to move up, huge burst, okay? Remember that. We'll go back and look at that. All right, we're sliding across. What do we have here? Lo and behold, red trend, red sell, right? Or I'm sorry, red moon, red trend, red sell. You're entered right here on a short. Comes down, right? Now, see how they spiked you here? See how they spiked you? They're dirty. This is what I'm saying. This is why I always move the stop loss 30%. I set it there because it's not worth the risk. And I'd rather take 30% every time and then reevaluate. Okay? And once again, once that trade hits, you got to let it play out. You got to let it reset. So here we go. That trade goes down. I'm shorting. That's my 30%. I'm out of my 30%. I'm sitting here. I don't get into this trade again until it green moons. It red moons again. And then once again, boom, I'm in a short. It makes me another 30%. I'm out, right? And then I'm out. Now, coming down the pipeline, what do we have again, right? Green moon, no buy, no trend, no action, right? Even though there's a little positive volume there, there's no trend and no buy signal. No action. No green moon by itself, right? No green moon by itself. Now, does the green moon jump by itself? Look at the green moon. Green moon spikes right here. What happens? There's a spike there. Green moon, spike, right? So even the green moon is going to give you a 1% move, right? Even a negative volume. Even a negative volume, the moon by itself is giving 1%, right? And I'll double check that. I'll just look at it. But it's really, this is on a smaller time frame is where this trade is really made, because you'd be getting in somewhere in here and you'd be able to ride that a lot better. But there, that green moon is a cursor to a movement, right? So green moon, right in this zone here, green moon, positive, easy positive. All right, it resets, red moon. Now, I'm not making that trade, even though it's a 1%er. I'm just pointing out that the indicators are really strong at picking up movement, right? So now let's get into a real trade. What's a real trade? Let's take a look here. So normally on my real trades, I'm getting 3% on a reset, a trend, a buy, and a moon. A trend, a moon, and a buy. Or I'm getting a buy and then a moon is 2%. Or a moon, a trend, and a buy is 2%. So let's see what we got. Green moon, green buy, right? What I just went over that. I get a moon, right? Yeah, that's it. So when I have positive volume, right? When I have a positive volume, when I get a moon and a buy, right? I'm getting 2%, okay? Here's my moon. Here's my buy. Anybody want to guess what that percentage is? Damn sure is more than 2%, I'll tell you that much. So even if you got in late, it's a 4% move or a 3% move. So we're going to have to say standing still. No matter what, that's still a solid move. Now, we take that trade, right? Now, you can do this when you have this positive volume with a buy signal. If you're staying in this trade, if you got in early, you know, yeah, I'm taking this profit. And then when I see these things go in and then I see the reset right here, which is what I'm looking for is the strongest possible indicator saying that we're rolling, right? And what that basically is are the three indicators coming together, right? Now here I have a moon, a buy, and a trend, right? And let's see, what does that do? A moon, where is it? Moon, a buy, and a trend. Moon, a buy, and a trend. When the moon, buy, and trend kick in, and I'm entering at this position, that's when I'm seeing a nice little move here. And at that point, if I'm riding this up until, once again, see this line up here, the 227, 28 line. Once that MACD starts to hit that 28 line, and I start seeing that red come across, as soon as I see a red moon, which is, or the breakdown of that with a red moon, which is right there, you take your short, which would be right in that zone there. I mean, dude, that's 25%. Jesus. You know, or even if you were playing, once again, red candle, green candle, red candle up, red candle sell, green candle buy, red candle sell, green candle buy, right? I mean, still very profitable, because why? You have a green moon, a green buy, a green trend. That's simple. That's simple. Now you go for a retrace. Red, you're waiting for a green moon. It doesn't happen. Green trend, green sell. There's another short opportunity, 30%. You're happy. Green moon, green trend, buy right here. Here's your little push. Now that's at least a 1%, so that's still holding true. We have positive volume. So this would be a trade I would consider like a loss, because even though it makes it 1% or whatever the hell it is right there, I don't feel like, you know, that was a super trade, because a lot of times you have your green moon and your trend, right? Which is green moon and trend. Where is this? Moon. Moon and trend. Right? Moon and trend gets a 3% moon trend buy. Let's take a look here. Let's say you get in late. Right, so let's say you get in late and you got a moon and a trend, and you're getting in on the moon and the trend. The moon and the trend is worth 1%, we'll say 1.5%, but the buy comes in right here. It flashes, that's 2.5%. So a moon buy, moon trend buy, hold on. Moon trend buy. Moon trend buy is 2%. Moon trend buy, okay, so that holds, that's true. Now we have a moon and a trend. Moon and trend. There you go. That's a moon and a trend right there. So moon and trend, 1%. All right. So moon and trend, 1%. So we did all right there. We did okay there. So moving along. Reset. Green moon. Green trend. Remember we talked about this. When there's a green moon, a green buy, and a trend, and it changes and it resets, right? And the moon goes away, but the buy signal, you see the buy line is still here. The buy signal is still green, and the trend is still green. What's the percent when the green moon comes back? You should have this written down, right? So now, when you have a reset with a trend and a buy, and the moon comes back, the average gain is 3%. Let's see if that's holding true, right? So here we go. There's the moon reset up above. You're buying in on that moon. Even if you're late to the party, you are going to see a easy 3% gain on the moon right here or right here. Either way, if you're late to the party, the moon crosses, you buy in halfway, what do you get? 3%. So it's holding true. 3% when you get a moon. So far for me, I love a reset where the trend, where there's a moon trend and a buy signal. The moon goes away and I let it basically do a retest, right? So a lot of times traders like to have a trade where the first trade goes off and then it retests a line and then it goes off again. So that's kind of what this is doing. So once there's a moon trend and a buy, and the trend and the buy signals stay green, but the moon goes red. When the moon goes green again, that's the best trade out there, right? The best trade out there is when the trend buy to a moon, or even a trend and a moon and a buy signal shows up on a retest. Those are averaging 3% gains on the 1 hour. So right now we're starting to get a solid pattern of the best trades for us, right? So why do any other trades if these are the best trades? Now we let this come along, and what do? We let it reset. Once again, it resets to red. If another green moon comes in, we go crazy. It doesn't. We get a green trend, a red trend, a red moon, a red trend, and a sell. There's another 30% gain for you. If you're holding that position and you don't sell off until here, that's kind of a dead trade for you. You probably end up breaking even. That's why I always like taking that 30%. I'm just happy with that. All right, now green moon, green trend, and a buy signal. Green moon, look at that low volume, right? It took a long time to get that trend. That's low volume and finally a buy signal. So let's open this up and let's say that we're just going off that flashing buy signal and all of a sudden that buy signal comes in. Let's see if we would have got our 1%, because that's what we're really looking for, is like, when do we lose with these indicators? Like, when is a bad entry? All right, so let's not be super. Let's get this really, really small, because I want to see, even worst case scenario, right? Somewhere like that, right? Let's get something like that. Now let's find this entry. There's your buy. You're getting in here, right? So there's your buy signal. Let's say you got halfway in, 0.5. So you still would have got your 30% right there. That's why it's important to move your stop loss or take that 30%, because that is a terrible trade, and having your stop loss there. That might have been one trade that we lost right here. I'll take a loss. I'll take an L for that trade. Now, what was happening in this trade that wasn't positive for us, right? This is actually the first trade we really lost. Buy signal, trend, right? So moon, trend, buy. I mean, we probably still would have got our 30% out of here with our 40 to 50x, but it's not the best trade. This is just a trade that it doesn't work. It was in a weird time. What time of day is this? So this is happening in the afternoon. So this is 4 p.m. in the afternoon. 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Wasn't the best trade. Wasn't the best trade. So we'll take a loss there. I mean, didn't work out. I mean, we're positive volume. Are we positive? Nah, we're not. That's the problem right here. You see your negative volume with the trend. The buy signal comes in, and we weren't positive volume at that time. So that's probably where I wasn't breaking the blue line here, which is 1.58, right? You see that right here to the right? 1.58, 1.6. So that's kind of like my thing, is I like to be at the 1.7 or something like that, 1.7, 1.68, 1.7, 1.67. That's my line right there. That line right there is 1.67 or 1.7. This volume wasn't there, and when the buy signal came in, it hadn't broke yet. It finally broke it, but then it was a red candle. So I probably wouldn't have gotten this trade, right? Now it does pull back and eventually go for a nice little winner here. So if you're looking at that trade, I mean, we're always waiting for that pullback. Start to be patient. Start to think about, okay, is this going to pull back? There's no value. All of a sudden it pulls back, right? It pushes through on that candle, then it goes into a red candle with some volume, and then if we wait for that to go green, it finally goes green here, we buy in, and then we get our 1% and we sell. So that might be a lesson there to keep in the back of your mind. If you don't have the volume you want, just pass on it. Just let it go. Let it pull back, and then if it goes red, if it goes 3 reds on an hourly, when it turns green, run that up if everything is still positive volume with everything staying green. Then you probably will see that 1% move. And then from there it just dies out. Okay, let's move on. That's a bad trade. Let's take a loss on that one. All right, red moon, red trend, still a short, sell, still a short. Okay, here. Now let's get back to our positives right here. All right, here what we have is a green moon. Green moon still gets that spike right there. Look at that spike. So this green moon, anytime it's positive, and a buy signal, what's that? That's an easy 3%, right? Green moon by itself is getting us 1%. Green moon in a buy signal is 2%. Let's see if that's holding true. Still holding true. Green moon, buy signal, 2%. So half of that will be 1. We still get a winner right there. We're good to go. Now, what happens when we get a green moon, a buy, and then a trend, right? Let's go look. A green moon, where is it at? Green moon. So positive green moon, a buy signal, and then the green trend kicks in. We're getting an average of 2%. Okay, so I'm going to say that that's going to happen again, and obviously it does, and that explodes, so that's working out for us. Okay, so guys, this is for the 1 hour. We're going to come back. I'm going to do a couple other time frames throughout the night and get these videos up for you. And so you guys can go in there and take a look at these videos so you can see what I'm seeing on the 1 hour, guys. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm a little tired right now, guys. I'm getting something to drink. Appreciate you, man. Good luck. God bless.